Hello and welcome to Deft and Dorky. It is time for D&D. Let's jump right in. So, last time you guys went to... You dropped off the people at the Labyrinth, and then you took a walk to the Twin Cities to try to sell some things to NIMBY. As part of that sale, NIMBY he basically got you a captain to take you south. So you guys got on a smaller but quick ship, sailed up to Demore, waited for a ship that looked like what Midnight saw, and then followed that ship south until they spotted you following them. They turned around, and opened up the cannon doors and were attempting to shoot at you, but the captain kept the ship on the forepart of the other boat, so they couldn't shoot you, while you guys just annihilated everyone on the deck.
You think he managed to do that because he was such a good captain, or because you didn't want to have to move the boats?
I was gonna move the boats anyway, but then I was like, every time you tilted it, like threw things off kilter, and I was like, it's just gonna be
a little bit of double motive right there.
Yep. But you guys killed all of the Empire officers that were on board, and the captain had surrendered, and you found 5 deckhands below deck that also basically agreed to surrender as they were still bailing out water from the tidal wave that went into the bottom of the boat. Yeah, so that's where we will pick up. You guys have just secured the ship, and you have the captain and 5 deckhands. And you guys like I said, you haven't made it to that southern continent yet. You were just following the ship.
First thing I want to do is cast a tornado with a GIF effect.
It fizzles. I don't know what happened.
Melmore's going to scavenge around and pick up as many crossbow bolts as he can salvage.
Melmore wants to do like a barbarian's whirlwind attack. You know what I'm talking about?
So he needs it. Is it gonna have an effect on it?
Yeah. He needs that swirling effect.
Yeah, you can pick up about 5 of your bolts. And
yeah,
actually,
he's 10. So.
If you want to like dig through the whatever bodies were left on the thing, the Empire dudes had about 20 bolts each. So I'll say in the middle of the fight you can recover. They drop some maybe overboard or whatever. You can probably get about 60 more bolts if you want them.
Yeah, I'll collect those for sure.
All right. So you guys have the smaller boat has come over and gangplanked up there, so you guys are free to move across both boats. What else would you like to do?
Which boat we keeping? Keeping the new one, right?
Well, I mean, the captain of the old boat isn't going to just send his boat off into the sunset. He's going to stay on his boat. It's up to you guys what you want to do.
Double the boat, dude.
Because we know how to. We don't have people to man 2 boats, do we?
5 deckhands that came up.
Yeah. They're now our deckhands.
And it might be good to
make
him take us there in case there's more.
Ask if anyone else can be a captain. Any of you ambitious?
I don't know. I don't think any of us can steer a boat. I didn't go that route.
I didn't go to boat steering school.
I didn't go to boat school, man.
There's still 5 deckhands and a captain alive on that other boat.
I don't think we're gonna get the captain to work for us. So.
Oh, yeah, I think we're supposed to talk to the captain and try to figure out where he's going. Isn't there?
Yeah, well,
maps.
We need to interrogate the captain.
Oh crap! I forgot to make that map. I will get that to you at some point.
Oh man,
that doesn't help you right now.
If you want me to draw you a map, I'll draw you one.
I bet you will. On Nookery and
I'll look at the captain.
Yeah, I need to put some more stuff on there.
And I'll say, how do we get through the storm?
Well, I'll tell you that, I mean, off in the distance, you can see where the storms are, and there is just a part in the storms.
Oh, okay.
In the storm clouds.
It looks like you go right there. And we go, okay, we don't need you. Throw them overboard.
And that's, I mean, it's a ways off, but you can see them.
We need to find out what his mission. I think we need to find out what their mission was to this island.
Did anyone check the captain's quarters?
What are you guys? Why are you going to this island?
He sort of looks at you and goes, "Why are you following us?"
I don't think he's in a position to negotiate. I'm not going to torture him or anything.
Tell him we asked the questions here and throw him overboard.
No, you're not done anymore. You can't torture.
Then throw him a line. Bring it back up.
We don't have a torturer now.
Beak must have learned from me.
This isn't Beak, this is Michael.
No.
Answer my
Beak's
question.
just sitting in the crow's nest.
Go.
Answer your questions and what?
And you can go.
He looks around and says, "Go where?"
Into the
You
ocean.
can have your boat.
Man,
You can go.
This guy sure
What?
is snarky.
Wait,
You tell-
whoa.
I keep saying I can just take my boat and leave if I answer your questions.
He's like, I don't want your damn boat.
Make a persuasion or deception check based on.
Deception.
Wow.
He looks at me and he goes, "I don't buy it."
This cat.
Well,
Just strip him and take his stuff.
Well, do we need anything from him? Really? Like, speaking out of character, do we need anything from him? Well, we already know we see the route into the island.
just tell him to tell us what we want, or we'll tie him up and drag him behind the boat all the way to where we're going.
You put him on the front of the boat. It's called keel hauling.
Sounds a lot worse to be in the water the whole time.
You are in the water on the whole time.
Key hauling is like you throw him over like the starboard side.
One
and
side,
pull
and you
him up around
drag
the
them
port
under
side.
you drag them
Yeah.
under the ship.
Yeah.
That's keel hauling.
Yeah.
So that all the barnacles like tear them to pieces as they go under.
I'm gonna take the captain over to our ship right now so we can interrogate him.
Barnacle torture. What's wrong with this ship? It's bigger and nicer.
Okay.
Beak's gonna go hop down from his crow's nest and he's hop over the other ship. He's gonna go down below decks and look for some loot. Or booty as it would be called. out
In,
here.
in
the
the other
sea.
ship? In the other ship?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an investigation check. I think Melmore already did
I'll
a bit
help.
of this.
Yeah,
I'll
I
help
already
him
went.
look
I
for
already
some
went down
loot.
there and looked when we first got over here, but I didn't
Yeah,
find
look at the same
anything.
things I'm looking for.
Wait, is there a captain's quarter above
You don't care about
deck?
valuable things. Oh, I don't care about valuable things either.
As you go below deck, it's just all ship things, gunpowder. There's some gunpowder down
Ship
there. There's some cannonballs. There's some food stores.
I'm looking for shiny.
If you can, I mean, there are captain's quarters, but it's not underneath. It's on the back of the.
Oh yeah, that's where I want to go.
Okay.
That's where the good stuff is. I'm assuming.
Make an investigation check for the captain's quarters.
And I do want to take his weapons and pat him down and make sure he doesn't have any sneaky.
Okay. He gives them up. You open the door and it smells a little funky and you're like, screw that. Ain't going in
Captain's quarters
there.
smells funky?
Yep.
On which ship?
The ship
one
you
we
just
took over?
taken over.
Oh,
Because
why-
Beak made
why
an
do we-
investigation check to check for the captain's quarters, but got a 1. So
Oh,
so he
I'll look
opened
for the
it.
captain's
He's
quarters.
like, nah.
Why? I don't know why that rolled as an advantage.
Try again.
Take it. It means warplanes on our side. Ah!
What? Okay, so in there you dig around a bit and you do find there's like a false bottom to a drawer on a desk
Haha.
that has like 30 gold pieces in a pouch. But everything else is like there's some like docking documents from the dockmaster at Damore. And there's like some personal effects, like little trinkets and things. But you think you found the big haul in there.
I like look through this bag of 30 coins and I'm like, man, captains aren't as rich as people who hollow out trees.
Those tree hollowers, man.
They got the real money.
In my
I'm in
world,
the
this is
wrong
the
business.
this is the richest guy in the world in my campaign.
Yeah. Yeah, in Michael's campaign, this guy would be like king of the entire island.
I'm so rich, I have 30 gold.
All right. I take
right.
my winnings.
Your winnings.
Melmore asked the other captain, "Is there anything you need to know from this guy before we continue this journey?"
That's why I was taking him over there.
Are you asking the other captain?
The other captain, the one that we were
The
doing
one
us the favor.
He's like, well, you should probably just try to see what the protocol is for getting in, because I'm sure that wherever we're going, they're going to recognize a boat that looks quite a bit different than what they're expecting.
Wait,
You heard him.
There's a boat that's
What's the
Yeah.
protocol,
they're
Captain?
expecting.
We have the boat they're expecting. We could just like use it and have his boat follow close behind.
You
Do we have
ask him
anybody
that,
Do we have
Seraph?
anybody who can steer this boat?
Do what?
You ask him that, Seraph?
Yeah.
He just looks at you and he's like, we go in.
No one else is there. It's just you.
Well, yeah, there's people there.
You tell me that a captain and like 20 crewmen are stealing agile cat people from an island?
He says, yeah, there's other people there. We just go in.
All right.
There's no protocols or anything.
Make an insight check. He's definitely holding back. He's from what you can, with a roll like that, 24, you can tell he is conflicted as to how much he should help you.
He should help us a lot if he values his life. I'm a nice guy now, though. I don't say that.
Imagine being a guy who can't talk.
I have.
Imagine how difficult it would be.
Just run up to people, grab them on the shoulders, and shake them. Make it big!
I'm gonna unarmed strike, hit him in like a pressure point and try to stun him with stunning strike.
Okay, go and make an attack roll. Okay,
18.
that hits. Go and roll damage for it.
8 damage.
Okay, and then
And
go
stunning
and-
strike.
is that save of some kind?
It's a. What is it? I think it's a 16 Constitution save. That's my stunning strike.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw. Yeah, it's a 16 con.
Okay, he saves. But he feels like, oh, what'd you do that for?
Tell me what I want to know.
What, tell me exactly what you want to know.
I already asked.
Ask
What kind of
again.
protocols? Who's gonna be there? What do we have to watch out for when we show up? And what? Honestly, just tell me a way that we should go to avoid seeing the Empire on the island.
He looks at you and he sort of chuckles a little bit. He's like, if you go in the way we go.
As soon as he starts to laugh, I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay, make another attack.
10.
This time he sees it coming and he sort of moves out of the way. It's like, easy. Just if you go in the way we're going, you're not going to avoid the Empire. This ship goes there and that's all.
We can go ship it.
Let's just take his. Let's take his ship in.
Yeah, I'll just dress up as the captain. Really short version of him.
Really short version of
Wait,
him.
I'll look at our captain. What do you think? Do you want a new ship?
He's like, tempting offer, but after I deliver you folks where you're going, I'm going back to my normal life, and I don't want an Empire ship with me.
Okay. We need a ship to get back. So
We got us a new ship. Let's paint it.
Beak looks around at the ship and looks at the captain and says, "Make it big." Points at everything. Beak cannot understand why anyone would not want to take free money.
A full ship, man.
No.
I say we commandeer the ship.
Aye.
We let the captain go. We take the ship, and we'll figure out how to pilot it in. We got crew hands. You said there was 5 of them left. They were under deck.
Yep. So what are you doing with the captain?
Does he have that that symbol? Like, I'm gonna check him and see if he has the symbol of the Brotherhood of Men.
Make an investigation check.
He's just gonna rip his shirt off and be like, "You got it."
This is your role to take someone's clothes off.
You start to like lift up his sleeves, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
You ever heard of the Brotherhood of Men?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
You know you're working for him.
I'm not working for them. I work for the Empire.
Yeah, who employs them?
So you're saying I'm working alongside them?
Probably employ them.
That's evil stuff.
It's like, hey, not on my boat.
Your Empire's corrupt.
Sheriff's trying to trying to turn him.
And he's trying to turn him to our side, yeah.
Maybe you should have turned him on our side before you started punching him.
Now all of a sudden, taking the high road.
Make
Punch him
a
a couple
persuasion
times.
check.
Seraph plays good cop, bad cop at the same time.
Dude, God,
6,
your
so he's like-
persuasion is legendary.
So he's just like, yeah, there's no brotherhood on my boat. And if there are, they don't cause me problems.
All right, slit his throat. You telling them all of us can't figure out how to run a boat?
It's up to you if you want to try to figure out how to run a boat.
We got all
I
those
think
deckhands.
real life, you could hop onto an old wooden ship and have any idea what he's doing.
I think in real life, if I had, you know, like 6 or
Yeah,
7 guys
operate
below
the
deck,
sails and the. Yeah, I don't know that that's feasible.
there's guys that'll. Right, just a second ago, you said let's commandeer this boat.
Yep, but we're gonna have to get the captain to man it for us. Like, we can't do it our own.
When
The
we,
captain just points. We need the guys below deck.
Beak
to
will
do the
just
rigging.
Beak will just point below deck,
Yeah,
and I point at the captain and I say, "Let's kill him."
we got a crew below deck.
Let's go talk to the crew and see if we can get them to work for us.
'Kay.
And I'll tie up the captain and leave him with the people on our boat.
Melmore's gonna just hold his axe in his hand. He's gonna stand by the captain with that stern dwarf face.
With that stern look on his face.
Stern dwarf, angry look.
So you're heading back over to the commandeered boat?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's still the 5 deckhands that are below deck. They've pretty much got the water out now. It's just a little damp in there still.
Like it is offer money. Everybody working for money here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
How
You
much
probably
do
got-
you fellas make for this trip?
Well, we make about silver per day. It takes about between 2 and 3 weeks, depending on what's got to be loaded and unloaded.
Sounds like we could pay him a lot more.
If you work for us and get us to the island and get us back, I'll give you a gold per day until we get back.
Dang.
All 5 of us?
All 5 of you.
You got it.
Better ask them if they can steer the boat and run
You could have
run
started lower.
everything.
You could have been like 5 silver a day.
Two silver a day is double.
Oh yeah.
Beak's just shaking his head.
He's shaking his head. Who has like?
Actually,
10,000
make
gold.
either a persuasion or deception check.
They already said yes. This is like chess. Once you let go of the piece, it's over.
Persuasion 7, yeah, like anything over 5 is gonna, with that much money, it's gonna be fine. So, They're like, you got it. It's more money than I've made my whole life, pretty much.
Not a
No
captain.
joke. 5 gold a day. Can you afford that? How many days does it take us to get out here?
It took about a week to get.
Oh, that's not bad.
A little less than a week to get as far as you are, and it's going to take another day or 2 to get there, probably.
Considering all
Day,
the
probably.
dosh you've got.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
Oh.
They all have a lot. Not me. I ain't paying nothing.
I got a little bit. Not a lot, though.
I'm poor shit.
Beak could use some more too.
Beak's the richest D&D character I've ever encountered.
I don't think I've ever had a platinum before in D&D.
We're even richer than our Pathfinder characters, who I thought were, like, rolling in the dough.
Yeah, Pathfinder money is like pennies on the gold piece.
Yeah.
All right, so you've hired yourself 5 deckhands. They look at you and they're like, "What? We could probably get the ship where you're going, but it might be easy if we had just a few more people."
We can hire more when we get there. How do we hide the ship? How do we, like, can we paint the ship or make it look different? There's a flag. We can remove the flag. What denotes this ship as being Empire?
Well,
other than
we
the flag?
we need it to be
I
Empire,
didn't
right?
want it to look like an Empire.
Yeah, we need it to be
We did.
Empire because they're the only ones that go in this.
Yeah, is it
Okay,
flying a
then we-
flag?
Yeah.
It's
We
an
have to
Empire
fly
flag.
their flag.
Who's
Yeah, it's got the
human
Empire
guy?
flag.
Wait a second. Which one of these guys below deck look the closest to how the captain looks?
I mean, any of them could, if you put them in the right clothes, could be similar, I guess.
Any of them look pretty similar to that guy?
I mean, not particularly.
Maybe you could offer the captain.
There are a
enough money.
couple
He
that are
was
about the right
on your
height.
side. He's all about
Yeah.
money. He's the captain. Offer
But
him
if we
money.
clean him up, and everything, put him in the captain's clothes, he could pass, right?
From far away? Sure.
Oi, I'm coming in the door.
Or I still say we just buy the captain off.
Yeah, he may not be. He might just be in it for the money. Like
Yeah,
he-
maybe. You're paying these guys 5 gold
I
a
mean,
day.
it's
Go
a, it's
after
a
him.
job, right? He's doing a job. He's there to make money. He'd be the only captain for loving country only.
Yeah, I know.
You kind of had that.
The only thing I love is the Empire.
I mean, we can talk to him, I guess. I'll go talk to him.
I'm not very charismatic, so I should not be the one talking.
I'll
I'm
go
not
talk
very
to him.
Trying to do
charismatic either.
anything.
You
I think
need
I have a
religion
negative
check? I got
1.
you. Investigation? I got you. History, Arcana? All there.
And you guys notice,
Oh,
like,
wait.
this is not.
My
I mean,
persuasion's
they
not
are
too bad.
flying the Empire flag, but those of you who have seen, like, other Empire ships, this is not like an Empire naval ship. This is a cargo ship.
Okay.
how
So one
how
of
kind
us
of look?
could just dress up like I'll take his clothes and put it on.
He's
Have I noticed
human.
getting any dirty
yeah,
looks?
like I said, it's
from
a
these
cargo
guys?
Looks
ship.
like a
This guy's
human.
doing a job. Just buy him out.
What was
I'll
that?
just
Beak?
wear a captain's hat.
The captain will sail for us.
We're one of those little sideways pirate hats.
I'll just take. I'm sure he has clothes in his quarters. I'll go look in his quarters and see what kind of clothes he has.
Is anyone giving me any dirty looks because I'm not human? Have I noticed that, like I have in some towns?
These guys on this boat, the ones that are still alive, are not really giving you dirty looks. They're all just a little afraid right now because all their friends have just been killed, and also they're confused
Oh, you
because
don't have
now they're
friends,
being
Alex.
paid extra for doing the same job. But none of them have really given you dirty looks. Some of them have looked a bit confused by your presence, I guess.
Tricorn hat. That's what I was thinking of, by the way.
I got one. Right there.
You should go put it on.
Uh-oh.
No,
He's
we're
gonna...
not sailing yet. We sail. It'll go on.
Uh-oh, it's in some
man.
plastic.
Because it's like what attracts cat hair. Be in the other room, and all of a sudden,
Is it because it's
cat hair
felt?
on it. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
an old felt one
Yeah, I've got a felt Indiana Jones hat that's got.
on both hats now. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
I can't tell if that's a pirate hat or a Paul Revere hat.
They're
One and the
thing.
same.
The only difference is one has a skull and crossbones on the front.
Okay.
You can wear it sideways. then it's a pirate hat.
All right, so
There
what are we
you go.
doing
Other
here?
way. No, you
I'm
need to
gonna-
point.
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab Midnight and take him to the other captain
Okay.
and I'm gonna ask the captain, the island that you're going to, is there more of his kind there?
He looks at you and says, "Yeah." Where'd this one come from?
Your
He's a
ship.
good bud. We adopted him from the Petco.
Melmore kind of looks at Seraph because he's standing there in front of the keeping a guard on the captain. Like, tell him the truth. Tell him the story.
He was a stowaway on your ship.
Beak says the same thing. Tell him the truth. Tell him the story.
Not his ship.
Yeah, it was his ship, wasn't it?
It might have been his ship. It's one that looks similar to it at least. This is my
Last
ship.
time you made one of these runs. One of the last times.
It's been a while, hadn't it?
It's been a while.
It's been a couple weeks at least. We
So
went all the
he's-
way to the labyrinth and back.
Oh yeah, it's been a long while since he was, because I was in the middle of that festival, and now you guys have died, gone to the labyrinth, gone to Twin Cities, taken a boat to Demore, and then taken this trip down here. So yeah, it's been a while, probably a month or so. He says, "Oh, he's a sneaky one, eh?"
You're a
That he is.
You're a sneaky one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the captain everything, like, about Raleigh, what the Empire did to Raleigh, and see. I want to see his reaction to it.
Make a persuasion
He
check.
says that is that cat a sneaky one? I'm gonna be like, of course he is. He's a cat.
Is it persuasion or insight? Like, I'm just trying to gauge his emotions to it.
Well, make a persuasion to see how much he believes of what you're saying, and then you can make an insight to see his reaction.
17.
Extra loud that time.
So you're telling him this story, and he's looking at you, and then go ahead and roll an insight check.
Ooh.
Dang.
He seems genuinely
Perturbed.
surprised by it, like he had no idea, but he also seems to be open to what you're saying, and he is reconsidering his position.
I'll ask him. Do you know why you're going to this island and taking these people from their home?
Well, we're not supposed to be taking them. He just snuck on board, apparently. The whole reason we go, we dock,
Sorry.
they load up our boat with crates, we take those crates back to Demore.
Do you know what's in the crates? Have you ever checked them?
I got a little curious once. It looks to be just lots and lots of platinum.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Let's get this boat loaded
Beak
up.
picks his beak from off the ground. puts it back.
We're in the wrong
Suddenly-
business.
You guys look over, you see Beak is just shaking.
We suddenly have a different mission.
Make it big.
And this is
And we don't care about the cat. We push Midnight overboard.
and from
The
what you can
reason why-
tell, it's he can describe it better if you wanted to. Basically, it's platinum ore. It's not platinum coins.
It's still worth a lot.
Yes.
The reason why Midnight snuck aboard your ship is because the Empire has been taking his people and enslaving them, and he's tried to find them.
They're all over the Empire in cat cafes.
I understood they were all criminals.
Cafes.
Criminals, the cat people.
Meow.
When have you ever seen them before?
Just here.
So how are they criminals to the Empire?
You got me. I asked. They said they were criminals. I didn't ask any more.
They are not criminals at all. Midnight's the sweetest little boy. And I'll pet him on the chin.
What a mistake this cat person was.
I saw that coming.
Oh, Joe.
He shoves your hand away and says, "Don't patronize me."
Kept a
To-
straight face the
totally
whole
saw
time
that
to deliver
coming.
That amazing joke. You go, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'll give you a bowl of milk later."
I had to do it.
Yes.
How about this? If you can help us get there. There's something on the island that we're looking for. If you can help us get there and stay docked there while we find it, and then take us back, we'll throw in some gold for you, and that'll be in the end of it. We already offered to pay your crew
Way
A
too
lot.
much.
Well, everything's pretty standard. We go and dock, we stay there for 1, maybe 2 days, and then we leave. If it takes you longer than that, we won't be here, but we'll come back.
You got a sending stone? Oh yeah, you always come back. Yeah.
The
That's the
trouble
case.
is, you've killed all the guards on the boat.
Well, you know, the sea is a dangerous place.
You hit rough waters.
Yeah, real rough waters.
Look at the damage to the boat. Say you ran into pirates.
I'm not sure I can make that one fly, but if that's all you've got, I guess that's what I'll have to go with.
It's not quite a lie, though. We did run into
Yeah,
some
it's not even
pirates.
a lie. Like,
From his perspective, we were pirates.
you want us to damage up the boat a little more?
It was struck by lightning like 3 times.
Yeah.
And
It could have been a storm. Yeah, it got struck by lightning all these times. There was a tornado on the
yeah.
deck.
A big tidal
A
wave.
tidal wave
crashed
hit
on-
It was a natural event for all.
I would
intents and
Melmore would impersonate a guard, but I don't think they have too many dwarf guards.
So how do you want to do this?
If you do this for me, I'll give you 3 platinum.
That's fine with me. If what you're saying is true about the Empire, then I'll help.
I'll reach out a hand and untie him, and then reach out a hand to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand.
It's a
Says
deal.
It still doesn't solve a problem. What if they ask too many questions about why we're missing guards? Am I to tell them that I survived, and all 4 of their guards died, were thrown overboard?
Tell them they all went crazy and started attacking each other. What happened? I don't know.
Do they have... You have guard quarters on the boat. Surely they brought extra clothes, right?
Probably.
Some of the deckhands?
It depends. Some of them have friends there. It depends on who's on the dock when we get there, whether or not they'll recognize them.
You were attacked, they fought valiantly, and you left them on the other ship. That's as simple as that.
That works.
It seems like a pretty believable story. Like,
I mean, you were docked, your guards fought off the attackers, and you got scared and you bailed. Left them on the other ship.
Did we change the story? Did I like miss something?
Just saying,
Why
that's not
would the
their idea.
guards board another ship when their charge
been.
is to protect this one?
Did we drop the thunderstorm thing? Like severe storms? They have no way to.
It's true. They could have got thrown overboard. Captain didn't. He's holding on to the steering wheel.
And the only ones else that
There you
survived were the deckhands that were below.
I'm sure there's a ship
Well,
name for that old wheel.
Just tell them the
but I don't
truth.
know.
A big tidal wave smashed into the boat,
Tell them the truth.
knocking off
Tell 'em the story.
everyone.
Yeah, and a thunderstorm and lightning bolt and a tornado ripped through the middle.
You're the only one that was able to hang on.
It seems inviting to questions, which I'd rather not answer. But if you think that's the best way to go about it. If we could get a few more people on board, we could just dress them up and have them stay. Most of the time they do stay on the ship, and hope that none of the friends are around.
I would say we could dress up as them, but I'm a gnome and he's a dwarf.
I'm a dwarf.
And he's a bird.
Seraph could dress up. That's about it. Don't you have any illusions that you can conjure?
Illusion? Yeah, I can do illusion. Let me
You
see.
can look like a guard? I mean, like,
Can you make me look like one of the guards, and I can just back up the story?
I can do minor illusion.
That's not gonna work.
Just change my clothes.
Seraph.
He could just
I mean,
put
you
on
just,
clothes, yeah.
you're a human. You just put on the clothes and pretend. Their armor.
I look human except for the big giant birthmark on my forehead.
I think I can fix that with
Makeup.
minor conjuration. Yeah, makeup.
I kind of like that one. They all got drunk and drowned themselves. I like that one.
So Captain looks at you and says, "So, what's our final plan? What'd you decide on?"
We ran into a storm.
If you think
It
dressing up
washed
a couple
away.
people,
It washed away a lot of the crew. Me and you are the only ones that were on deck at the time that survived. And I'll be one of the guards.
you know, all we gotta do is make up his face a little bit.
Are you going to?
Cause I look human in all purposes except for my.
I thought you said
He'll
you
be the
needed
first one.
something on the island, or on the. I thought you needed something on land there.
Well, we're gonna be there for like you're gonna be there for like 2 days, you said, right?
Yeah, but normally
can
the
always-
guards don't leave the ship.
We will just be there for a while. We'll catch the next ship next time he comes back, or we can find a way.
I mean, we could leave at night, right? Like, you just dress up as a crew member
More and more,
later.
more and more ships show up, right?
As far as I know, there's us and I think one other. We just go back and forth.
We can we can stay on the ship until you're supposed to leave, and then we'll sneak off the ship and let you leave.
Okay. We'll be back
Then
in
we'll-
about 2
then-
weeks.
We'll catch us on 2 weeks. That gives us 2 weeks to find this item. It might take a while.
That's
So
plenty of time. Yeah.
plus we have a tower to stay in if we need some
Yeah.
luxury lodging.
Worst case scenario, we just wait for another ship and
Pay
stow
them
away
5
on
gold
it.
a day.
Yeah. Just pay him to take us back.
Yeah.
So it's okay. So you're dressing up, and you're gonna stay on the ship until we leave, and then you're gonna sneak off. That's the plan.
Yep. That's the plan.
All right. Suppose any of these deckhands over here might help us get into port. I can do it with 5, but it's easier with a few more.
How many more do you need?
A couple wouldn't hurt.
I'll look at our captain and be like,
Can you spare 2 guys for 5
Hmm.
gold a day? Actually, if you just offer them that, you're probably gonna get a couple people to be like, yeah, totally.
We only need him for a couple days when they
We
can
need
they
two-
can
we need
reboard
two
his
guys.
ship when they leave.
and they'll get paid a gold a day. For their time.
Oh,
You start seeing people. A couple people step forward.
First 2 that step forward, is that
The
okay?
captain-
I'll ask the captain. I don't
Captain
wanna,
looks at him and he goes. He's like, "You guys, don't treat them too well. They won't come back." He says, "Go ahead." He says, We'll try to stay right here, so when you come back, you can drop them off here, or we'll follow you back. Either way." And the other captain's like, "All right,
Let's go.
okay." So going through the other guards' quarters and stuff, you do find 3 extra sets of what looks to be like Empire garb. So you guys start sailing that way. And as you get closer, you can see the storm clouds haven't moved. They've just stayed right there, and there's a thin like gap in the storm where you assume you guys are going through. As you get closer, it starts to get more and more humid. It's very sticky as you get closer. And right as you come in between, there's, like I said, in this little hole where there's seemingly no storms. Make all 4 of you make a perception check.
Beaks in the crow's nest, by the way.
Okay, Beak, make it with advantage then if you're in the crow's nest.
20 for me. Ooh, somebody landed in the auto 20.
have a
18
20 goal
was
is.
my first roll.
Oh, that's all. Okay. So Seraph sees this, Melmore sees this, and Beak, you see it as well. So as you're going into this alley, there is something like moving in the water, and as you get closer, it starts to sort of move around your ship. And like also once it starts getting closer, which it was bigger, so you saw it first, but once it starts getting closer, you notice there are also several sharks that are moving around with this thing. And as you get closer, this thing looks like it's a gigantic turtle. And it like pokes its head out of the water and looks up and just goes back down, and it's like goes around the back of the ship and sort of almost escorts it till it gets past the wall of storms.
Have you ever seen that thing before?
You talking to the captain?
Yeah.
Says, yeah, he lets us through every time.
Looks like some good turtle stew to me.
I'm gonna prepare a ritual.
Okay.
Speak with animals.
How long does it take to cast?
10 minutes.
Okay. You guys are past it by that time. By the time it's done casting.
Oh, okay. It's quick.
Yeah.
And the turtle's out of range after 10 minutes.
Yeah. Like he follows you for just probably 5-ish minutes, and then he just sort of stops, and you guys coast on ahead past the wall of storms. Yeah, the captain's like, I don't know why. He always comes. He always like pokes his head out of the water, looks like he sees the flag, and then lets us by. I don't know why.
Good thing we didn't try to go in this with the other ship.
Hang on a second. Can I speak with animals if I'm shapeshifted?
Is that telepathic, or is it?
Doesn't say. Be able to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration.
Oh, so yeah, if it would only be if you're shapeshifted into something that has similar vocal cords, I guess.
Can I shapeshift into a turtle?
Well, yeah, you just saw one.
You just
Well,
saw
that-
him. You can
that's-
shapeshift into it.
That is a much bigger turtle than you can shapeshift
But
into.
I'm sure I've seen a turtle before, though. I'm from a swamp.
Yeah,
right?
he's definitely
Turtles are
seen
swamp
turtles.
creatures. So I'm going to, as soon as I finish my ritual, I'm going to dive off the ship.
Oh, there
And-
he goes.
I'm gonna dive off the ship as a turtles are slow, so I'm gonna dive as a shark. We just saw some sharks, and then swim to the turtle. She's gonna terrify the turtle.
As you look
Why
around,
do you think that would terrify the turtle?
As you look around, there's a big rat just watching him jump over.
Hang on.
I guess
Can we stop for a minute?
I guess it is a big turtle.
For a minute.
And then as I approach it, is it still there?
Yeah, just turn off the engine. See it stop for a minute. That's how it works.
So okay, so the sharks
do you
are you
think
turning
they
into
should
the sharks that you saw?
I've been a shark before, so I would just be my usual shark.
So you're not turning into the sharks that were swimming with it. You're turning into some completely different shark.
Yeah, because as soon as I get up to it, I'm gonna shift back. I'm gonna shift to a turtle. I just figured a shark can be faster.
Okay.
I swim as soon as I get up to it within range, which is, I don't know, communication range. I'll shift into a turtle.
Okay. You notice that this turtle is very, very large. Like you saw the tip of the shell, it's almost like the tip of an iceberg. Underwater, this thing is enormous.
Okay.
So you jump off, and you can still see it because it's so big. And are the rest of you guys telling the captain to stop? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, just slow
Yeah,
down.
hang on a
Wait,
minute.
was this turtle in the Neverending Story?
He looks up. He sees he hears like Beak scream something. Probably make it big or something. Dives off the back, and he goes, "Would your friend just dove off the back of the boat?"
Yeah, he's
He's a strange fellow.
he's an eccentric character.
He goes, "All right, well, we can slow down a bit, but I don't want to make this look any more out of the ordinary than it already is."
Yeah, you're good.
So he
Hey,
slows down a
catch
little bit. All right, Beak, You are heading up to this turtle. It is gargantuan. It is enormous.
Okay.
And it's being
I
followed. There's like probably 3 hunter sharks that are sort of nearby it, that are sort of keeping with it.
Okay.
I think Beak's
Well,
gonna be rolling a new character after tonight.
I'm swimming up to it, and as soon as I get close enough, I'm going to shift into a turtle. Be like him, but tiny. Well, almost sized. No, like a medium-sized turtle.
Okay.
And
As
I'm
big
gonna,
as he can shift.
I'm going to say, well, hello.
He's like turns around, he's like very slowly because he's enormous. He's like, "What are you doing?"
I can speak like normal here, right? Because I don't have to.
Yeah, so we'll say
Limited
this
much by
this
that.
because
Okay.
you're a druid and have cast that spell, you can speak normally.
I say,
And you're a turtle right now, so
Dang it.
I'm just sailing through, and you're amazing.
thank you.
Boy. Comes a turtle man's.
And I
Where
say,
he looks at you, you're tiny. Where did you come from?
I say, I'm a friend of animals.
He looks a bit confused.
Animals are the best.
Says, all right.
I say, why do you let ships through? What's that? And I point to the storm with my little turtle flipper.
So which question did you want him to answer first? He looks down and she goes, so many questions. Who are you?
Okay,
Who
Beak.
are you?
Turtle flipper up.
Grab shell, bro. He's very
Confused.
he's like stammering because he doesn't know why this tiny turtle compared to him he doesn't never seen a turtle that small like nearby him, and now it's talking to him and he doesn't fully understand what's going on. He's like, why do you have so many questions?
Because you're amazing.
It's not going well.
And I say, where are you from?
He says, I live here. Actually, well, I'll let this go because you're in turtle form. He's not actually a beast, but because you are a turtle, I will allow you to continue talking to him.
Oh. I'll say, are you from the storm?
No, I live underneath the storms.
Who made the storms?
The Tritons.
Where are they from?
I live above the Tritons.
Oh, they're down there?
Yes.
I look down there.
Make a perception check.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
I look down there. All I see is dark.
I look down. Oh, they're right there.
Oh, it's almost
Nine.
coming now.
It's very dark.
I say, I don't see Tritons.
They're way down there.
Wow. Are you guard? You guard them?
I am their friend.
Oh. You're my friend too.
Okay.
And I say, that boat, big wooden boat.
Yes, I know what a boat is.
I say, I didn't know until a couple weeks ago. I say, you just let us through.
Yes.
Why?
Because the first boat that came through threatened us.
With what?
War.
But you're so big.
They said there were lots of boats.
I don't like them.
I'm not particularly fond of them either, but
That boat is okay. Those are my friends.
the Tritons and I don't want war with lots of boats.
Can I meet the Tritons?
If you find them. They're down
Just
there.
go down? Down there? Okay, I will meet them. What's your name?
My name is Garesh.
Garesh. Okay, Garesh. Thumbs up.
There are others like me along the storms,
More like you?
but I guard the alley where the storms separate.
What about your friends? And I point to the sharks.
They like to hang out with me.
We're
Because
like
you're-
totally cool, bro.
Because you're nice.
Best conversation in D&D
hmm
ever.
Yeah.
He just looks at me and he's like, okay.
Say,
I'm going to go.
Turtle talk.
I say to me and my friends help. We'll help you and the Tritons.
Help how?
Humans are bad,
Are they?
and we're going to stop them.
Okay.
Will you help us if we need?
If you present a plan, I will take it to the Tritons.
Okay. I'll ask Seraph. Seraph's smart. He'll talk to you.
Who is Seraph?
He's a friend.
Obviously a human.
Okay.
Humans are bad. That's awesome.
Says okay.
He's got wings. Beak understands. This guy's completely different. He's got wings like Beak.
He says okay.
I gotta go back. My boat's leaving.
You were on board that boat.
I.
Are you their pet?
No. I'm a druid. I'm big. I just look like this to talk to you.
He's sort of tilts his head a little bit. Interesting. Very well. Are you off then?
Bye. I wave
Bye.
to my turtle flipper and I start swimming away.
Goodbye, little turtle.
I wave again as I'm sailing. Swimming.
On tonight's episode of D&D, we will be having turtle talk.
Make a perception check.
Hey man, I'm turtle enough for the turtle club.
All right, so as you're swimming off, you hear him go, "That was weird."
And Beak's like, yeah, I get that a lot.
Okay. And I start swimming back.
Okay. I mean, they slowed down for you, so you do make it back,
2 hours later.
but it does take you some time.
Yeah, I
But
got
we'll
2 hours
say-
in turtle form. I'm assuming turtle form is gonna be faster than beak form. Swimming.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, yeah. I think it is. I don't know. We'll say that for sake of time and me not having to look up turtle speed, you do make it over there.
I'm not a tortoise. I'm a turtle.
It's yeah. Turtles have the flip flops. Tortoises have the clip clops. You get back to the boat and climb on. They throw you a rope. You climb on board, and then the captain looks over at the guys. He's like, "All right, pick up our speed." You guys head in, and as you're getting closer to landfall, it is really hot and really humid. It's muggy. It's awful.
Sounds like a normal day in Oklahoma.
Yes.
I'm used to it.
So you guys are getting closer, and you can now see that there is a dock with basically 2 slots, and it looks like a fairly new dock. The wood is fresh looking, like they just made it. It's not that weathered. Maybe, I mean, certainly not older than like 2 years. Maybe quite a bit fresher than that. Anyway, you guys pull into port, and the guys throw the. Where are all of you right now, by the way? Are you under or
I'm on deck with the captain.
with the garb on?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are the rest of you?
We're staying hidden
Yeah.
below deck.
Unless someone
'cause-
says something, I'm gonna be in the crow's nest, but I'll just sit down. I'm assuming there's like a bucket kind of thing.
All right. So yeah, you guys get there. Are you like staying towards the back of the boat, or are you like staying right next to the captain, Seraph?
I'll stay just walking around, like I'm just keeping an eye out.
Okay. They throw the gangplank over, and the captain says, "We ran into some trouble. Lost a few of the guards. We'll have to put in a request for more next time we're in Damore." And you go, "Was it?" And they're like, "Was it bad?" He's like, it was pretty bad." "Well, hopefully you don't see that when you go back." I'm like, "Yeah, I hope not." And basically this little conversation goes on for a little while. He seems to have effectively lied about it. Says the guy on the thing says, "Well, we'll have crates for you in the morning." He says, "Okay, we'll stay put here then." And
Fantastic.
that's all you get out of that. No one really comes. No one else really comes on the ship. It was just that guy that they sort of talked across the gangplank. He didn't actually come on board. No one leaves the ship. But yeah, it's up to you. You guys see. So there's where you guys docked, and then there is a small sort of encampment with some tents. It looks like there's some smaller tents, and then one larger, maybe a command tent type thing. And then off further away, you can see there is what looks to be the entrance to a mine that's almost right on the beach. There's like a short cliff, but it looks like the mine actually goes in and maybe down some. And on that section of the beach, it's less sand and more rocky. In fact, most of this beach is pretty rocky as opposed to sandy. But you see
Rocky
that,
Mountain Beach.
and then there, a little ways in, like maybe a mile or two inland, there is what appears to be a settlement of some kind. And then way, way off in the distance, you can see there is one single mountain that you can see.
There's
All
our
right.
volcano.
Yeah. No joke.
So are we able to sneak off the boat? Or are we trying to sneak off, right?
We just need to wait until they get loaded up and ready to leave, and then we can leave.
Okay, so you guys just hanging out until they load up everything, and these guys have to go?
Trying to keep midnight hidden.
Okay. Yeah, the captain's like, "We can keep midnight," and before you guys dock, it's like, "We could probably keep everyone who doesn't want to be found either in my quarters or the guards' quarters, but not just out below decks, because they'll be going down there when they load crates."
Let's keep
So-
them in your quarters then.
He goes in there to show me, and he looks around. He's like, "Did one of you ransack my quarters?"
Nope.
He's like, "You're paying me enough that you can keep it, but you can at least tell the truth."
I'm not even there. Where am I at? I was like below deck. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just chilling, waiting for stuff to happen.
Yep. So the night goes by. The next said no one comes on board. So you guys, I don't know if you'll have one of you keeping watch or not, but if you're just letting the deckhands keep watch, that's fine too. But no one comes on board. The
Okay.
next morning, they're like, they wake up, and you see some of the guards along with some. Actually, no, it would just be guards, and the deckhands from his ship will get off and start trying to load these crates on there. So they load them
I
up.
guess I'll be helping load up if that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
He's like, "You don't have to help bring things on. You can just sort of be at the access to the cargo hold, and you can take over when they bring it up."
Okay, I'll do that.
So they bring on about 4 like big, probably like 4 foot by maybe 4 foot by 5 foot type crates. And then they're like, "All right, we've got our cargo," and they like the captain like does some signing with the whoever's helping him unload the stuff. He signs it off. He goes, "All right, well, we'll see you in a couple weeks." And he's like, "All right, have a good trip home." So they like, "All right, undo the thing," and it's like, "Now's your chance if you want to get off."
I'll
And
just
we
try to
we
start
shall get
sneaking
him.
off.
Pass
Says
without
that-
a trace.
Does someone have that?
Yeah.
I do.
doesn't-
But I'm not really with him. I'm up in the crow's nest.
Well, I would assume that it's overnight you came down.
Yeah, we're leaving. It's time to leave.
Yeah.
You heard
Pretty
it.
good. I was gonna change the spider and go over there, but yeah, I do have it. Actually, while we're sitting there like waiting for him to load and all that, I'm gonna cast locate object.
'Kay.
Which is 1,000-foot range.
'Kay.
And if I'm looking for our thing that we're looking for.
No pings.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I'll crawl down, pass without trace.
Okay, everyone
Let's
roll
go.
stealth and add 10 to it. And actually, you can all roll with advantage too, because the captain's trying to help you get off safely.
I'll roll another one.
Got it.
Oh yeah, you guys are you guys are fine. You guys
31.
sneak off without any problems. No one sees you. What would you like to do?
While we're in the boat, by the way, I'm also relaying the story about Garish and the Tritons.
Okay. So yeah, you guys have all heard that.
That amazing tale. Yes.
Is amazing. Whenever he talks about the Tritons, do I remember anything from my history lessons at the monastery?
You do not. Yeah. Even like the words Tritons, none of you guys have ever heard it.
Never heard it in all my wizardly research.
Nope.
You don't want to do a history check?
There's no possible way you could have heard about Tritons in this world.
All right.
All right, so you guys are off the ship and far enough away that you don't have to be as sneaky anymore. Far enough away from this outpost. Where do you want to go?
I asked Midnight where his village is.
Says I come from the settlement. He points to the big settlement that you guys saw earlier.
Let's head that way then, if you can take us there.
Sure. So you guys start heading that way. I forgot to mention, kind of a big deal actually. When you've come in, and he was actually also helping a bit move the crates, there is a giant lizard with a very long neck and long tail. And he was like helping to move the crates over towards the boat. And then he like goes back to what he was doing. He had a harness on and very large lizard.
Hey, Midnight, have you ever seen one of those before?
Yes, they live here.
What is it?
It's a Brontosaurus.
Oh, it's okay.
In
Was
my
that-
in my history lessons at the monastery. Have you ever heard of that?
Nope.
It was like harnessed up like a.
Like a Flintstones guy. Yep.
Was there ever a time when it was somewhat alone?
No.
Okay.
So I meant to tell you earlier so you could decide whether or not you wanted to try to do anything about that, but
You just didn't tell me because you didn't want me hijacking the night.
We'll be coming back, so it'll things will happen. I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll come back through here.
all right, so you guys start heading that way, and you see on your journey, you see lots of different sizes of lizards. There's some that are like small groups that like running around. Basically, all kinds of dinosaurs appear to live on this island.
Dinosaurs?
Great, we're gonna get attacked by velociraptors. It's gonna be like Jurassic Park all over.
But for this part of the journey, between the outpost and the settlement, nothing very large outside of the Brontosaurus, which was in a harness. And as you get closer to the settlement, you can see there are other dinosaurs that are sort of beasts of burden.
I nudged the party and I say, those are my ancestors.
Right. I know they are, Beak. I know.
Those are my ancestors. Are they all feathered dinosaurs, like real dinosaurs?
You guys get to the settlement. It says, as you get a little closer, he says, you will need to keep your heads down as we go in. There are some of the guards, they come in here and they arrest people and take them back to the mines.
How many
How many?
guards?
It depends. They usually patrol in packs of 5 or so, and
Oh, we could take 'em.
there can be multiple packs in the city at any given time.
Let's kill him.
Is the city just tabaxis like you, or
Yes,
why do your people give in to them?
they came in force and told us that it was going to be different now.
So we don't want to attack them. We don't want to rile them up to harm your people.
I don't know what course of action to take. I want them gone. I think there are lots of people who want them gone, but apathy is a powerful thing to overcome. Lots of people in the city are not bothered by them, so they don't think they are bad.
Let's go. We'll
Okay.
avoid them.
So you enter the town. Are you entering just straight in, or are you going to stealth in, or?
Let's try to stealth in.
'Kay.
Whatever Midnight thinks would be best.
Well, he looks around, he says, well, they've never seen people like you, or you. He looks at Melmore, Beak, and Galahad. Says, you look similar to the guards, but no one has ever seen anyone like them. So we will definitely draw attention if we don't try to avoid it.
Let's try to avoid it then.
I'll shift into how close are we?
How close do you want to be? I mean, you guys have been talking about it this whole trip, so.
And whenever we get, 10 minutes out, I'll switch into a little Black Widow and
Okay.
fall up on someone's shoulder.
Okay.
I'll sit on Sarah's shoulder.
Okay. So you guys are gonna try to stealth in? Okay, Midnight's like, well, I think I can get us. There's a place we can enter that's maybe not as crowded. He takes you around to not direct the most direct way that you see. And takes you through some alleys where you don't see anyone, luckily, today.
This is like a proper town, proper
Yeah.
city.
Yeah. It's
All cat
not
people?
it's not it's mostly like there's no stone buildings. It's mostly either wooden or like leather type huts, but it is very large, and there's like, you can see off in the distance there's like places that look like they might be sort of general markets, and if you're talking to Midnight, he can tell you all this. But yeah, there's like markets in the middle of the city, and he lives out on sort of the outskirts, which is why he thinks he can get you in unseen.
Should have been a city of like cat towers and different tiers.
We like to climb around on all of it. So yeah, he gets you in to a spot where there's no one. You guys have seen in the distance some tabaxi, but no one's come up to you guys like from far away yet, and no one seems to have noticed you yet. So he gets to what he says is his house, and it's just like a small wooden, like, one-story flat. It's not particularly big. He goes, just come in behind me. Let me go in first. And he goes in and he says, hello? And someone comes around the corner and says, where have you been? And she like this other cat runs up and grabs him. He goes, I went to try to get help. I brought friends. These are my friends. And you guys walk in.
When
Are
she
we
when she
afraid-
run
all
when
this
she
patronizing we've been doing?
when she runs and hugs him, I'm gonna go. And they called it kitty love.
Jeez.
So she looks at you guys and says, oh, you've helped Midnight.
Well, yeah, help
A
them
little
get back here.
She looks at me and I says, where did you go? He says, I went to a completely other land. There's people that look like them all over the place. So they have a little bit of a reunion and says, "Well, they've come back to help." They look. She looks at you.
I'll reach a hand out and go, "My name is Seraph. It's nice to meet you."
She says, "Oh, hello. I am Silva," and she's like a grayish tint to her.
I'm gonna refrain here.
So yeah, she says, "What have you come to help?"
I don't see the problem in helping people.
Yes.
Uh, well, how do you plan to help? Do you have a plan?
There's an artifact on the island that we need to get. And that might be why the
I'll do
Empire
that
is here.
spell again real quick.
Which spell?
Oh, I'm standing here. The find object, locate object.
Okay. Yeah, he just doesn't ping.
I thought you were gonna say speak with animals so you could talk to them. It's
Yeah,
just
it's-
an endless source. All right. Well,
Do you know of anyone else here that's ready to fight back?
There are some, but there are certainly others who oppose it. Oppose fighting back, that is.
Do you know of anybody who knows the island really well, who knows where an artifact might be? Like maybe a temple or
The entire land is quite vast. I don't know anyone in the city. Maybe someone in the villages further inland would know.
how big is this island?
Well, from what you can, it's big. You're not even sure it's an island. Well, I mean, as far as islands tend to be smaller. It's very large.
Australia's an island.
Yep. It's also a continent. Fun fact.
Yeah, double time.
Just to gauge, if you were to go from one end of this land to the other, how long of a journey would that be on foot?
She said, why would I do that? I've never done that before.
Do you have a map of the island? Do you know anyone that would have a map?
No.
Nope.
We've had no need for maps. It's just we have the city here, and then there are villages, and then the mountain,
Warm sunlight.
and the
Nice
other way is the
windows
water.
to lay in front of. Why would
Biddle's most tender.
Whenever we were coming in, did we see the volcano?
Yeah, you saw the one mountain.
Was it smoking?
Not currently.
I think we need to head towards the volcano.
She sort of looks at you and says, "That seems very dangerous. I only know stories that I've heard, but it's supposed to be very dangerous."
Have you seen any of the Empire heading towards it?
No, they have not gone past the city.
Jinx.
Beak says mines. And makes the question mark symbol.
Question mark symbol? Mines. Mines?
In the cat voice. I think that's who said it.
And she looks over at you and... Yes, there are mines.
Are they here just mining the platinum, or are they mining anything else?
I believe it's just the metal in the mine.
How long have they been here?
They've been here for several months now, I believe. They come in here and tell us, they told us things would be better and they would help to rid our streets of crime. I did not think there was very much crime to begin with, but some people liked the idea, and now they send their guards in and arrest people on the street and take them back to the mines.
How many people do they have in the mines?
Dozens.
Well,
Do you think we should try to liberate them?
That would be lovely, yes. But there are a lot there. They're generally, at any point in time in the city, there are probably between 20 and 50 guards, and probably another 50 at the mine.
Ooh, we don't have Fireball anymore.
I think we should stay on mission of finding this artifact first. We only have about 2 weeks.
You're right. I think if we're able to find this artifact,
Do
We
we
can-
have a
we can
a
kind
description of what we know what the others looked like, right? We found 2 so far. Did they look the same?
They had similarities about them. They didn't look the same. But
I'll draw one out.
You would recognize it if you saw it again.
Oh no, on one of my pieces of parchment.
But if we drew a picture and we were showing it to some of the locals here on this island, would they recognize it if they'd seen it? If we could draw a picture of what the other ones look like.
You can certainly try.
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna
Okay.
show it to these 2.
They look at it and say, I don't know what that is.
All right, Sarah thinks we should head in. I think that's what we should do.
all right. Yep. Let's rock.
Midnight says, well, thank you for getting me home. I hope to see you again soon.
Don't
If you-
stow away anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know your way
got
to the
lucky,
villages?
son.
Is that where you're going?
do you have any like elders here? People who know?
There are
But-
some. What are you looking to know?
Beak holds up his picture.
Yeah. Where this
Just-
is.
We're just trying to find more information about this artifact that we're looking for.
Do you think it has something to do with the mountain?
From what we were told,
We were told it was on the island. It has a
It's-
mountain, but that's the whole we know.
the only thing that the person who told us where it was, the only key that she gave us was that there is a volcano on an island. So
Volcano.
If it has something to do with the volcano, you're going to have better luck asking people in the villages closer to it.
let's do that then.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Point us in the direction of the village, the next
He looks at-
closest village.
He looks at his mom and says something you guys don't understand.
See his mom?
Yep.
Is it? Oh, I thought it was his wife.
It's hard to tell. They're all cat people.
And she looks at him and sort of nods. Says, I will accompany you. No one outside of the city speaks this language.
All right. Sweet.
What language is it?
Common.
Kateria. Oh, sorry. Shall we go?
It's a little bit of a spattering of common and cat person talk. It's called meow mix.
Boo!
Oh, that was good.
How long did that one take you?
If you watch carefully, I was going through my head. You could have seen it.
How can I
saw it
work
right there.
meow
We were
mix
all
into
sitting there
this?
silently.
First, I had friskies, but that was no good.
Had to go down all the cat treats.
Okay, so he has
We have a guide.
elected to go with you because he doesn't think that anyone will be able to understand you in the villages.
We have a guide.
Because
At
they
least
speak
get
a
us in the right
language that
direction.
we don't speak.
Let's head out then.
That you wouldn't give us the name of.
Unless you'd like to stay a night, I guess. But
They'll speak
we are kind of
Tabaxi,
in a hurry.
of course.
Is that the language they speak? They don't have a
Yep.
fancy name for it?
I believe it is just Tabaxi. So you
Sure,
say you're
I'll
staying the
Google
night
search
there
what's
first?
happening.
If that's what Midnight wants to do.
He says we still have some hours of daylight. We can get to start.
All
Do
right,
we
let's
need to
that
get?
then.
Do we need to get any supplies? They have that we need for the trip in inland.
He looks
Got
at
good
Beak.
berries?
He looks at Beak. Says, "You have food, right?"
I pull out my pack of good berries.
Says, "I think we are okay."
Let's head out.
Okay. So he
Melmore takes the lead though.
he gets you back outside the city. Again, you don't. Actually, no, you do. There's some cat person sees you guys and is just like, what? What is that? But he looks at, he says an exclamation that you guys don't understand. And you see like Midnight sort of putting his hands down, looks like the keep calm type thing. And then
carry on.
And then he sort of just watches you guys pass by as you guys exit the city and head towards the mountain, which is
We should probably go back.
also the
and tell
direction
that
of
to
the
Baxter.
village.
We don't want to leave any witnesses.
I don't think so, Melmore.
Have your
Also-
guides spayed or neutered.
The Tabaxi don't have an official language in D&D 5e.
They just purr at each other.
That's perfect.
Boo. All right, so you guys are heading that way. As you get closer to the villages, Midnight warns you that these people haven't even seen the Empire people yet, so you may get some strange looks.
Okay, we're used to that.
As you walk in, it's just a smaller. Actually, no, you wouldn't have gotten there in one day, but so no, you don't get there yet. It starts to get night. Are you guys setting up a tower?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Eric.
What? Yeah, I'll set up a tower.
What? Yes, tower. Got it.
Yeah, tower. Got it. I'm here.
He
for
goes,
ya. I got
I'm
the
just
tower.
along. Just tell me when to make the tower.
Yeah, I was reading a spell. Yeah, I can make the tower. You said all the books in there are blank?
I think so, unless it's
Can I use them to write in?
sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I would
Would
say
they-
that the books would be whatever you have written in them. I'll leave it at that.
All of your personal diaries.
Yep.
Yeah, all of my personal diaries.
Dear diary, I really love this new tower. It's just
It's
the
pretty
best.
Sweet.
Dear diary, I'm 3 inches tall, and I grew an extra inch.
Does everything you put in, would anything he keeps in the tower disappear, or does it come? Can you get it back every time he
Probably
summons
comes with
the tower?
the tower. Yeah, like
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's
would
a
it-
fuzzy area for sure. But that's
Like,
what I'm
if
saying.
you-
Anything you
like
write in
if
the
you
books
kept
will
a
stay.
spell book in there and your tower disappeared with the spell book, would your spell book be there
persistent.
when it comes back?
I would say
Mm,
the
probably would just have a
contents are
spell book.
persistent.
yeah,
Spell
it
book
wouldn't.
would be laying on the ground.
It wouldn't.
tower
I would.
away.
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be magical, but the words would still be there. So.
How much is a spell book worth, by the way? I was trying to look this up the other day.
I guess it would depend on the spells that are and
Yeah.
finding somebody that would actually want it.
Dude, any spellcaster's gonna want a spell book that has spells he doesn't know in it.
I
Anywho,
think
we'll deal with that later.
Isn't there like a whole thing in D&D I read that you have to like to have this whole downtime thing to try to find somebody to buy magical items?
If you want
Like
to,
it
yeah.
takes.
If you're trying to sell magical items, it can take a while.
During this trip, I want to ask Melmore. The staff that you had made, what's with the gym?
And I'll just first to save time. I explained to him that there's 3 command words and one does light. That doesn't. There's so many charges, and I tell him everything that's in the description.
Okay. You have that, don't you, Joe? The gem of brightness.
Yeah.
There you go. That way, save time. Me just reading the whole thing to me.
All right. So, are you on the roof beak?
Yep.
Would make a perception check.
Whop. This website's like twice as loud as it usually is.
Your tower's gonna be attacked by a T-Rex.
You see like some. You don't see much. You hear some things moving because this is like a.
My water skin, the water in it start shimmering.
Yep. There's a ripple and it goes out from the middle. You don't see much. You hear some things. This is like a sort of a jungly area, which is away around the settlement, the city area. It's pretty flat. Not much in the way of trees. There are some like sort of more tropical type palm trees, things that aren't particularly leafy until they get to the top. You guys have moved out a little bit from that, and you're sort of in a more jungly area. But you don't see much. You hear a lot of things going on in the jungle, but you don't really recognize much of the sounds. As you guys start off for the morning, go ahead and have all of you make a perception check.
Alrighty, brother. Normal.
Do you have a familiar?
Yes, I do have a familiar.
Okay,
He's a
so
hawk.
That's scouting, right?
Beak and Seraph see this.
Yes, as a hawk. It
Looks like there's like something moving through some of the foliage, and once it moves a little bit more, you can see it's a different type of big lizard, and it just appears to be eating the plants.
Hey, midnight. Should we avoid that?
He looks over and says, "No, those ones are fine."
I'm gonna be studying these things.
You gonna go walk up to it?
You can turn into a dinosaur.
I know.
I do have a question. What are the command words? It doesn't say.
Whatever you want it to be, really.
Yeah, I don't
Just-
think that Druzel ever used it. So
You can say, I say command word 1. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, it's gonna be.
I would say that it's when you took possession of the magical item, your command words are your command words, or something like that. It doesn't say, so.
Yeah, I'll approach it quietly. So I
okay,
can get closer, but without disturbing it.
like stealthily or gently.
Probably stealthily. I don't
Okay.
want it to see me. I just want to watch it.
Go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Mm. 16.
He's trying really hard on these command words. I see it in his eyes.
I got him. I got him.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah, as you get closer to it, you can see it's very large. It's got like it's a bit of like an armored back, but not turtley. It's just sort of bumpy, and along the edges it
And
has some spines.
Ankylosaurus.
Yes. It's got a big tail with a club at the end, and it's just sort of munching on some foliage.
I just forget I have a party, and I just sit and watch it for a while.
What are the rest of you doing?
We're on island of beak heaven here of all animals.
We're gonna spend an hour every time we see an animal just sitting here watching it.
Beak's going, oh, I can turn into him later.
I've always wanted to be a dinosaur.
Plant-eating dinosaur.
Are you
Hey,
guys?
they
What
can
are you
still-
guys doing?
Watching
While
Beak
Beak,
watch
you're watching
the
Beach
animals.
watch things.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're bird watching and he's dinosaur watching.
Okay.
I'm looking at my staff and going, yeah, that's gonna be funny to say.
Okay. So as you're sitting there watching that for a little while, suddenly it sort of perks its head up.
Yeah.
And Beak, make me another perception check, as well as the rest of you with disadvantage.
Ooh, I rolled good, 23
Yeah, you did.
with disadvantage.
Damn.
Okay, so whenever this thing pops its head up, you notice this, Beak, and so do you, Seraph. There are 3 like larger bipedal dinosaurs running almost straight at this ankylosaur.
I'm gonna see him, and I'm gonna go, boom shakalaka.
Oh God!
do the 5 charge one. Where it shoots out the beams and it blinds all of them.
Oh,
God
jeez. Let's see. What does it do?
Chakalaka. Oh man.
They are
There's a saving
not.
throw in that,
You are
right?
not 30 foot close. They are further than 30 feet away from you.
Okay, then I won't do it.
Okay.
Fine.
What's this guy doing next to me?
The ankylosaur.
Yeah.
He has like turned and he's looking to get ready to fight.
Okay, I'm going to shift into one of those, into him.
Into the ankylosaur.
Yep. Join him in battle.
You can't, can you?
Why?
He
Am
is.
I not there yet?
He is a. I think he's a
Challenge
3.
rating 3?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
you
I
can
can't
only do
do
2.
that.
I don't think he's. Are they challenge rating 3? I don't think so.
Yeah, they are.
Can he turn
I was
into
thinking-
the bipedal ones?
I was thinking it was. Is it 1/3 my level, or is it? I thought I was thinking.
I think it's your level divided by 3. Yeah. You can turn into one of the. I think you can turn into one of the bipedal ones. Allosaurus, I believe, or challenge rating 2.
Your level divided by 3. What level are we?
6.
Because I'm gonna go back up our buddy. I'll start running over there.
Yeah, Melmore will charge. He sees a fight, so it looks like he sees Beak
Yeah, 6th
doing
level. I
some
can do
crazy
2.
stuff. Melmore charges in too, to be in the front.
I can change into a Quetzalcoatlus, which is a bird
Quetzalcoatlus.
dinosaur.
Quetzalcoatl, like a
Is that how you
god.
say it? Quetzalcoatlus.
Okay.
That show was so good.
The show was good, but yes,
Ooh.
yes.
Brontosaurus. The ones that are coming at us, what are they?
Allosaurus.
Oh, yeah, challenge rating 2. Yeah. I'm changing him one. Well, it's not gonna be very good for the guy I'm next to.
He's like, oh gosh. Okay. This is a pretty basic map, so. Because I didn't know where this would happen, so here we go.
Or Beak can just stand back and summon his animals.
How long until they make it here?
They are sprinting full speed, so if you guys want to do anything, they are pretty far away still, but they are coming this way. So if there's anything you want to do that's within, like, let's see how far it is that. You guys would be around 100 feet away, or a little more maybe, and then Beak would be a little closer because he snuck up right on this guy and is watching him.
I'm just gonna. Can I do like
I
movement
think I would.
and an action? It's like a double move, or
If you want me to change, I will. But I think actually what I would Beak would probably do is just sit and watch because this is all fascinating to Beak.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can move. You guys can take a turn to move. So let me move you over here real quick.
Beak's just gonna let him die?
You know, I didn't say that. You really got some detail in the maps today.
Yep. I didn't know where this would happen. So I was like, I'm just not gonna.
These are professionally designed maps.
Okay, so,
It's like we're playing on a green pool table with pogs.
So-
Dinosaur pogs.
go ahead and roll initiative, and then we
Who
can.
gets to be the slammer?
Whatever works.
you said go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah.
My rolls are so good.
And you can decide what you want to do on your turns, but. Okay. Melmore. Oops. Good. 7. What is one is that? Is it think it's. I think that's it. Okay. It's 15. Okay, so 16.
Where was the thing to put the health bar above Michael? When I made this new character, I lost it. I had it on, but I can't remember where it was.
Whenever you go to the gear and type it in there, where the health, the heart is.
Right.
Put anything in there, it'll show.
Oh, it's for the. I gotcha. Never mind. It's under the other thing. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Okay, so I will let you guys. This is basically all very tree-ish, so you're fairly well hidden. But I will let anyone move for one round before, if they want to.
Where am I at? Let me see.
I'm gonna stay here.
I'm gonna
I'm
get
hiding-
up
hiding
next.
behind
I'm gonna
Next to
stay as
Beak.
close to. Yeah, I'm gonna move up. Yeah, I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna stay as close to Seraph as I can.
I'm not. I'm gonna stay out wide.
I got my
Hold on,
bag
like-
of goodberry popcorn. I'm just gonna snack on
How
that.
far can I
Good
move?
berry
Like, watch the show.
popcorn. How far can you what?
How far can I move?
What's your speed?
25.
I will say I did
25
move 40 feet, Melmore, and I don't know if dwarves can move that fast.
Well, we can use our action for a move, right? So.
Yeah, if you wanted to, you could move
Double
that
move.
far.
So. Yeah, I can move that far then.
So basically, narratively, Seraph would like run up there and be like looking back, and then Melmore's like, "I'm coming." So
Dwarves are natural sprinters, you know.
very dangerous over short distances.
We're like cheetahs.
All right. So Beak, you're up first. Are you doing anything?
I don't think I'm gonna do anything. I'm gonna watch.
Okay.
I will. Yeah, just watching.
Okay. He's going to move up here. They're going to sort of surround this guy. And they're going to start taking attacks, trying to eat this feller.
We don't even know if Beak wants to save this one. They're all animals to Beak.
Yeah, maybe Beak likes this.
It's a natural selection.
Seems like Beak goes, place your bets, place your bets. Make it big.
All right. So this first first Allosaurus runs up and whacks him with a claw, and the guy takes some damage and sort of hunkers down a little bit to try to defend himself a little better. The second guy also hits him with a claw. Plus 4.
Those little stubby claws?
Yep.
I don't believe it.
Me neither. But that's what it says, like claw attack. Okay.
Not a bite attack? That's weird.
He gets up there and he's like, heh, heh. No,
just
you're
barely.
killing me.
And the last one makes a claw attack, but it misses as it dodges out of the way. Seraph, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Either two.
Why are we fighting these again?
I'm
I
gonna
guess
run
if
over here.
Beak's not doing anything.
And I'm gonna take a couple swings at this one.
Okay.
20 to hit,
20
At this
hits.
point, Beak hasn't tried to stop us, so
5 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the ones doing the sobbing.
Second one. 13 to hit.
13 hits.
These things are just trying to eat dinner. That's all.
There you go, 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Flurry of blows.
Okay.
And it bends over and bites your head off. That's the end of your character. Exit from the campaign.
18 hits.
18 to hit. 7 damage, and I'm going to spend a key point to Stunning Strike.
Okay, what's the save on that?
DC Constitution 16.
16. It does not save, so it is stunned till the
Ooh, I mean, the guy.
to the end of your next turn or the beginning of your next turn.
His turn, right?
End of my next turn.
Okay.
And I'm going to have advantage on my last attack.
Okay.
It's 22
That hits.
hits. It does 6 more damage.
Okay.
Get him.
All
This
right.
one's stunned.
Is that your turn?
I think, yeah.
Okay. I think it's really big. Maybe not. All right. So the Ankylosaur is going to sort of swing its tail around and try to knock into this guy. And it does hit. And then it does. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, thing's nasty.
Okay. And I have to make a strength save. It does save, so it whips its tail around and nails this one in the leg, doing its legs kind of gored a little bit, and it almost falls over, but it remains standing. And Melmore, you're up.
First thing Milmore does is he looks at Beak beside him and says, "Should we help this thing?"
Beak's just sort of standing there in awe, eyes open. He just this is like blowing his mind.
Well, with no answer forthcoming from Beak, Melmore just runs over to here, I guess, and
I mean, Sarah's beating
attack.
one up. Yeah.
yeah.
You
So
do
I
have
mean, he's
advantage 'cause
pretty
he's
much
stunned.
following Seraph. So at this point, since he didn't get an answer from our animal expert,
Okay, go for it.
so I'm just going to hit with my axe. Oh, I get advantage. You said right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do another one.
20 hits.
All right.
So it's 12.
Looks like 12. Yes, 12 slashing damage.
All right. It's looking pretty hurt already.
And then I'll take another swing with my attack.
Okay.
Oh,
That-
shit.
You get advantage, so you might crit.
What's he getting advantage for?
It's stunned.
I stunned it.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh.
23 does hit.
23. 11.
All right, so you whack it twice, and the thing falls over. It's like, which the call gets the other two to look in you guys' direction. Galahad, or actually, are you done, Ray? Is that your turn?
That's it.
Okay, Galahad, you're up.
I'm gonna go to here. Do a little rotate so I'm facing the right direction. Let's see. Oh yeah, just like that. Lightning bolt.
Okay.
You know, very rarely do you get stuff to line up.
What's the save for it? Can you link it?
DC 15 dexterity save. I can link it here. Oh wait, that's a cast. That would be casting. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. So.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ouch. Not very good rolls.
Yeah, a couple ones in there. That's rough. Okay, so the first guy does not save, so he will take the full 23 damage. And the second guy also does not save. He will take a full 23 damage.
Hot diggity.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Beak.
Beak sees the one die and just shouts at those two, no. And then just let's go, you pack of crazy people. I'm gonna back up a bit. And I'm gonna ready my action for I'm going to ready to cast a spell if I don't know what to do.
Beak is confused.
Beak is lost. I'm gonna ready a conjure animal if I need it.
Well,
if any of the dinosaurs move towards my party, I'm gonna cast a Allosaurus right in the path. Conjure animals.
Okay. All right.
So if I see one start charging,
so if you see one, you can do a 1 CR2.
yeah, 1, 2,
Okay.
yeah. So if I see one charging any of the 3 apartments, I'm gonna spawn one in front of them.
Okay. All right. So your action is readied. It's the Allosaurus' turn. They both hear and observe the other one die, and they do immediately start charging over there. They try to go around. So as soon as it takes that bit of motion, we'll say this one is
Whacking him.
here we go. Just make a copy. And it's
Yeah, does he get hit by the Allosaurus or the Ankylosaurus?
he will, yes. And then this one will be under your control.
Okay.
Okay. So that one's under your control. So put it wherever you would want it. Yeah, it's got
Where's
a
my
16. Oh, it's same as
Hey. Here you go, right there, I guess, because that's where it's running to, right?
Yeah. Okay, so the Ankylosaur will take an attack of opportunity on that one as it moves away. It will miss. It does swing its tail out, but just misses the legs of the other one. This one then almost runs smack into this guy and sort of screeches at it, a bit confused, and it doesn't move, so he will attack it. Yeah, it will hit, and it will do 6 points of slashing damage, and I need it to make a DC 13 strength saving throw. So you get +4 to whatever you roll.
Okay, so I made it. That was +1, and I'm plus.
So
three
+2 more? 3 more. Okay, so yeah, so you do just make it, and it does not fall over. This one, being confused, is going to try and hit the Ankylosaur again. It will hit. For 10 more. And the Ankylosaur makes it save and does not fall over.
Unless your Allosaurus is different, you have to move 30 feet to get that.
Oh, you are right. So,
okay.
Yeah, I will keep that in mind for next time. It's your Allosaurus' turn now, Beak.
He's going to he is going to just stand in the way, like there's a full defense action, right? Full defense.
Is there?
Dodge action. Any attack roll made against you has disadvantage.
Okay.
So he's gonna take the dodge action. Just basically, he's going to. Can I stand in that square where, like over here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll shimmy over there and then dodge.
Okay.
Actually, I don't want to be in the. I'll stay where I'm at actually.
Okay. Seraph, a giant allosaur has popped up right next to you, and
I'm gonna
the other
take
one
it.
is attacking it.
I'm gonna take a step over to where I can have a clear shot because this one's I'm sure is laying on the ground dead, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a sunbolt.
At which one?
This one.
Okay.
It doesn't supposed to have advantage. Sunbolt. 18
That hits.
for 6 damage
Okay.
for the first attack. Second one. 10.
10 misses. So the second one you
Uh,
fire out there and it just misses, goes wide.
I'm gonna take a bonus action to throw one more.
16 hits.
9.
Ooh. 9. All right, it's starting to look rough now as well. Is that your turn?
This is all the same day as the pirate ship attack, right?
No. You guys slept in the
Oh,
tower.
you're right. Okay. Oh, okay. Right.
Is that your turn, Seraph?
Yeah.
Okay. Ankylosaur are going to continue to try to kill this guy. That will hit for... Ooh. So he whacks it with his tail, and this one just falls over and stops moving. And then the Ankylosaur sort of turns towards these guys. And you know what? No, he does not move towards them. He just sort of stays there in a more defensive-looking stance. Melmore.
Melmore initially first goes, Seraph, our druid wants us to disengage. Don't fight these. So, and then he starts back. Melmore starts backing up at least about 15 or 10 feet. Yeah.
Okay, is that your turn?
And then, yeah, just kind of stand. Yeah, not doing anything else.
Okay, Galahad.
I guess I shall as well.
Like, I don't know what to do here. I didn't know if you guys were even going to fight these. I thought you were just going to watch, and then you guys like, I'm going to...
I tried to get instruction before I attacked, but I got nothing.
So
now I'm following-
Up and I'm like, okay, fine. After I shot lightning at them.
I'm seeing his action now.
Not only has Beak never seen these animals, he's never seen an animal like he's like 5 times the biggest animal he's ever seen. Biggest thing he ever saw before was pancakes. 4 pancakes.
4 pancakes. All right, so that's your turn, Galahad.
That's my turn.
All right, Beak.
I'm going to intimidate him. The other Allosaurus.
To try to get him to leave?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a intimidation check, which is going to be minus 3 on the... Oh, this is for you, not the Allosaurus.
I'm going to caw at him.
Okay.
Huh. Is that opposed? How's that work?
Well, I think it's just I set a DC for it, and given that he is quite large and engaged with someone else, the DC is higher than 14, so he doesn't really even notice you're there. Is that your turn?
Yep. I'll back up a little bit.
Okay. It is the Allosaurus' turn, who is going to try to attack this guy again, and he gets disadvantage, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Still hits. So your Allosaurus will take 9 more damage and make another strength save. 13 is what the number you need.
Thought he had to be running.
Oh, you are correct. So what he'll run out and run back is what he's gonna do because he can move 60 feet. So if you want to take an attack of opportunity, go for it.
Okay. let's see, where is my
Oh, last time Beak didn't even attack. He just sent away. So
snap back at him. Actually, I think that is a hit. Yeah, 14.
Yep, 14 hits. Roll damage.
So I will
1d8 plus
Bite.
4.
What?
What?
Oh, I'm biting. 2d10 plus
Oh,
4.
okay. Go for it.
Oh, that was mine. 4, 13, 17.
You bite him, and he dies.
Oh, no.
Just as he runs away, you catch him in the back, and he and falls to the ground.
Beak, that's it. Beak throws off his druid gear. He's done.
The party disbands now.
I didn't know that one was that injured. Beak just breaks down crying.
All right, so it's Beak's Allosaur, his turn.
I'm gonna make him just go down here and kind of, well, I'll just move him around, kind of between us and this other guy,
Okay.
and sort of taking a. I'm gonna move there and then as my action dodge,
Okay.
and just try to be between us and the party.
'Kay.
Or the party and him.
All right, Seraph.
Gonna back up. I'll back up to here.
Okay. And then it's Ankylosaur, who is a bit alarmed that a fourth Allosaur has appeared. He will go ahead and take one step up. Actually, no, he will not, because his tail reaches 10 feet. So he is going to try to swat this guy with his tail.
Disadvantage.
Oh, that's correct. And he's got, yep, it just hits 13. So you will take 21 points of bludgeoning damage, and you need to make a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Made it.
Okay, so the leg looks like it's going to give a little bit, but it remains standing, and that is the Ankylosaur's turn. Melmore, are you doing anything?
Melmore's just gonna pick up some more. Like we're disengaging from this fight and leaving before. I'm assuming.
Before we kill any more local wildlife.
Or before it decides to turn on us.
Okay, Galahad, are you doing the same, just backing up?
Just backing up, baby.
Okay, Beak.
Backing up.
Okay, Beak's Allosaurus.
I'm gonna move around. Stay in range, but I move around to this side
Okay,
to try to draw. How far is that? I was seeing way about 60 feet at Kenny. So I'll go here,
yeah,
and
he's there very fast.
I'm gonna dodge first. Where was that? Where was I at? 9, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So
Okay, he will take an attack of opportunity on you with his tail.
No.
Eventually it will roll. There it goes. It does hit. So
You got the disadvantage on that?
you weren't dodging. You were running out of the.
No, I dodged.
Is that?
I
I thought.
dodged.
Is that work for all?
Yeah, it's just my action. As your action, you can use dodge.
Oh, so you did that before you moved out of the way?
Yeah, he said that.
Okay. Then now we'll roll again to make sure it hits. It does. Because that was even better. So 15.
He did. He winks out of existence.
So this guy whacks him with his tail as he moves out, and it just sort of disappears. And he sort of does a couple rounds of moving around to see if there's any other threats. And then he just he sort of calms down a little bit and starts like tending to his wounds. He hasn't really noticed you guys because you guys only attacked the Allosauruses and sort of went back into the bush a little bit. So I will just ask if there's anything else you guys want to do.
Did he see us attacking and helping him while we were fighting?
I don't think so, because his back was turned to this one when you guys were attacking it. So
Never mind. I don't want to get close. Try to heal him.
Nope, I think we go back to midnight and head on our way.
I wouldn't midnight think about all that.
Midnight saw you guys charge in, and as he was doing it, it's like, no, leave the big ones, the tall ones alone.
Guys, we killed them all.
It's like, oh, you guys are stronger than I thought.
Midnight's is like foreigners.
So as soon as they all die, Midnight actually walks up to the Ankylosaur with his hand out. The Ankylosaur just looks defensive, and Midnight walks up to it and touches its nose and seems to calm it down.
I'll walk up to it with him, and if it'll let me touch it, I'll touch it and use my healing hands and heal it.
As you move your hand towards it, he sort of like snuffs at you a little bit, and then you sort of back up, and slowly it allows you to touch it.
I'll
Beak's
touch
only
it
on
and
this
heal him
too.
for 6 points.
Okay. Beak's doing what?
I'm up there. I'm gonna go up there and pat his little nose.
Okay.
Like you're not gonna talk to it.
You can just. And then, so.
I'm not gonna walk over to the one that I murdered. I'm gonna kneel down with it and cry a little bit. Try to pat at the blood.
And as you guys are looking at that, you see these little, like, tiny dinosaurs start running up and around, and they look like they're just trying to scavenge the allosaur meat.
Look like meat's back on the menu, boys.
They sort of, they slowly walk around when you guys are like looking over there in the ankylosaur, and then they sort of like dart in, get some, and back up. And are you guys moving on?
I'll take some of the meat to eat.
Okay.
Might not make Beak very happy.
Beak vomits a little bit.
Oh.
All right. So you can grab however much time you want to spend gathering meat. Like,
Just
there's a
enough
lot.
for like steaks tonight.
Okay. Yeah, you got it.
little steaks. tonight.
Dinosaur steak.
We're having steaks. Dinosaur steak.
All right. So Midnight leads you on further. You guys do notice some more different types of dinosaurs on the way. Nothing dangerous. Like, it's mostly a lot of those little scavenger type guys moving around. They don't seem to bother you. Then eventually Midnight says, the village is just ahead. I will try to act as a translator for you. And as you walk in,
Hey, do they eat meat?
I mean, they got sharp teeth.
Cat people. Of course they eat meat.
Dinosaur meat? Yeah,
Are you asking
yeah, I'm asking.
asking Midnight? He's like, yes.
They're partial to
You
tuna.
It's a gift. I got it.
I played it to Vaxie, and trust me, I was like, my cat was like, I want fish and I want to drink milk all the time.
So as you guys approach the village, Midnight's out in front, and some of the people see you, and they're all just staring at you. They've never seen anything like you before. And it's getting dark, and Midnight sort of is talking to them in a language you can't understand. And he looks back at you and he says, "What would you like to tell them or ask them?"
Tell them the truth. Tell them the story.
I just look
Tell
at
them the entire story of everything that we've done.
No.
Okay, well,
Melmor
once-
just looked at Beak and says, show him your picture. We need to find this artifact.
I
See if they've seen
pull
it.
out my pitcher of tea and I. Sorry, Ray. Beak pulls out his
Drawing.
You just like show it to him.
Mhm.
Just ask them if they've ever
Midnight
seen anything about
Having
it.
Midnight
Says
ask
something
if
to
they've
them.
ever seen it.
says no, they don't recognize it. The
Do they know?
he talks to them again. Says we should ask the elder. They say
go talk to him.
Okay, so you go into the village a little bit, and there's like no wood houses. These are all like leather tents, like hide tents.
I can't help but imagine just like a little village of cats. And there's one cat. It's like one of those big, like, what are they, Siberian, the big white cats with the massive, matty fur everywhere with a big crown on its head. This is who we're going to talk to.
Meow. Yeah, these cats are different types of colors. A lot of dark gray and black, similar to Midnight.
They're all different colors, but they're all named really basic stuff based on the color of their fur.
Pretty much.
Boots, whiskers, sneakers.
There's a brown one named Toffee, and then there's like there's one orange one in the corner though named Jack.
And the whole time he's just going. He's going. Eric. Eric.
The loudest village in the whole game.
Yeah.
So anyways, you guys make it to it's a slightly larger tent. You go inside, and it's got a fire in the middle of it. Like I said, it's like getting late now. And he is taken aback by your appearance as well. Midnight talks to him and for a little bit. And then he asks him if he's seen the thing on the drawing, and he says, Midnight turns to you and says, he doesn't know what this is either.
Worthless.
I say Tritons. Right, it's actually internal. Tritons.
So what about the Tritons?
I look at Seraph. I look at the rest of the party.
Oh.
What?
What?
What'd you say? I missed it.
I said idea book.
Oh.
I point and I said, hey.
Are we gonna liberate?
I say garish.
What?
Garish.
You want to tell them about the turtle and how he'll help us defeat and see
Aye.
if they want to fight.
Aye.
Ask them if they'd be willing to fight with us if they had our help, the help of the other settlement.
I look at him and I
help of,
say,
underwater.
ask if they'd be willing to help us fight. If they had exactly what he said.
So Midnight turns to them. He looks at you and he's like, he turns to him, and then he basically comes back with, they do not believe it is their fight. The Empire has not come this far, so they don't even know about them.
We must unite the tribes to fight back against the Empire. Isn't that the age-old story we're going for here?
I was just curious if they knew who the Tritons were.
Midnight does. And these people know they know about the Tritons, but they don't know much about them. And actually, because you told this story to Midnight as well, right? Didn't you, on the boat?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay, so he would have told you that the Tabaxi and the Tritons used to like trade, and that's why the Tabaxi know common, is because they would talk with the Tritons.
What?
That's part of their trading. But that has stopped since the Empire came.
Well, dang.
So did the elder give us any like he hasn't seen it? Would he give us an idea of where we might go next on the island in our search?
He's clueless as to what that drawing is. Are you asking something specific?
Locate object.
Oh yeah, let me do it real quick. I have another spell for that. 1,000 feet.
Nope.
I guess we head to the next village
Is that a
further in.
concentration thing?
I think it's just it is concentration. It's not
Keep it
earthquake. 10 minutes.
Well, just leave it on for now.
Okay.
My cat's
guess-
trying to add to the ambience there.
Quiet midnight.
That's how they're talking to each other. Meow, 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 meow.
I guess we head on inward
And I
even
think-
further.
did. I may have not actually said it and just inferred it. Yrel told you, or at least wanted to tell you, that she thinks it's in the mountain.
Okay.
You
Well,
no,
just
you
stay
never
close
said
to
that.
the
You just said
Okay.
you said it was on. You just said Yrel told us it's on an island that has a volcano.
Okay, so quick
That was it.
retcon. She's like, it's. I see the hidden southern continent, and I see inside a mountain with fire.
All right.
Okay.
So that
Ask
helped.
him,
close to the
ask
mountain.
him if they know of an entrance to the mountain. Midnight.
So.
How
then
close are we? How close is this?
I repeat that again. Ask him if they know an entrance to the map.
You're
How
probably
close is this
another.
village?
You would guess another probably 4 days to the mountain from here.
Is there any? I asked Midnight. Is there any villages closer to the mountain?
He says there
That
are
you know of.
some villages closer, but not much closer. He,
All right,
he,
well, let's
he
just
talks
go
to the
straight to the
elder
mountain.
about it, and because you asked about the entrance, and
Well,
He
we'll
says
head
he
to the
turns-
mountain and
he turns back and he says, "Why?" He wants to know why you want to know about the mountain.
There's something there that we need,
We
Big
are
point to the
lava
picture.
whisperers.
and we have to get it before the Empire does.
the item in the drawing. That's what we're looking for. We heard it could be in the mountain.
He
Yes.
relays a bunch of that. Comes back with. He says the mountain is very dangerous. Only a few tabaxi have gone there, and any that have gone inside have not come back.
Well,
We'll
it's
come
'cause
back.
they're little-
He says
Tell them
there
we'll be okay.
there is an entrance, but it is very dangerous.
It's 'cause they're pussycats.
So ask him where it is, and we'll be okay.
We can
Yeah,
describe it. Do we need a key that only shows in the moonlight or something? Like
He has a talk with him, and
Enter.
then he's like nods at him and says some things, and then looks back at you and says, "I think I can get us there."
Fantastic.
all right. Well, that's where we'll head next.
Okay.
Been this useful for the 2 months we've had you.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So you're going to go. How he says, I suggest if we are going to bed down, we either sleep on the floor here or get a little bit away before we put the tower up.
I say we just sleep here.
Okay.
It's fine.
Oh,
We can set up camp on the
It's like,
ground.
but I love
Put up
my
camp here.
tower.
I love my tower.
Start cooking up those steaks.
You
I
pull
say
those out,
watch
and
this
Beak's
cool
gonna stay
magic
far
trick.
away from the stench of the cooked dinosaur.
you pull those out and start making them, and you see one of them like try to get Midnight's attention and talk to him, and he's like nodding, and he's like, he says they are. He wants to know if you are sharing the meat.
Yeah, he can have some.
And he looks
Anybody can
back,
have some.
and then the elder
How much?
has
How
like a
much
big
did you
smile
grab?
on his face and comes over and pats you on the shoulder, and he's like nodding.
How much meat did you grab?
And if there's a couple of cats starting to come over to eat, I'm gonna pull out my loot that I have
and
and start playing a little diddly.
any
A
milk?
little
And I'm,
diddly.
and I'm gonna sing, and I'm gonna start to sing, and I'm gonna go.
Oh God, here it comes.
I like tuna. I like liver. Meow, mix, meow, mixture delivered.
All the cats are like sort of tapping their feet. They have no idea what you're saying.
Oh, jeez.
He says the elder thanks you.
Where's Beak? I'm gonna take him a piece of meat, but I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make it taste like a piece of plant.
Beak's sitting outside watching this.
I'll even color it green so he doesn't know.
Beak will know.
Beak will know.
It's a
All
green
right.
hunk of meat that tastes like grass.
You take it over there, beats
That's-
it, just goes wagah.
That's what it is. Our new gnome friend. His goal in life is to get Beak to eat meat.
I know I've already murdered an animal today. Eating meat, I'll be no longer a druid.
Yeah, we'll just
You're
have like
good.
a party with the
I
tobacco
think
tonight.
druids can eat meat.
All right, so we'll just camp out here and we'll head out in the morning.
Okay.
Look at the druids in your campaign. They're like zombifying animals, and they still
Uh,
have powers.
All right. So you guys sleep. Wake up the next morning to alarm sounds, and there you see all the tabaxi are like getting around, getting like bows and spears and things, and they're sort of running to their edge of their village. And as you look out, there is a very large bipedal dinosaur that they are all just like shooting arrows at.
Let's help them.
We got this.
Great. I feel like this is not going to go well if we walk into this. This is the fight we should be watching from afar.
I'll run in and start trying to help.
Oh, and I'm just like, oh, and Momo runs into.
Jeez. Okay, hold on a second. I did not.
You know,
It's only 10 minutes from 10. Are we gonna start a big fight right
Yeah, we'll take a look at the battle board and then we will call it there.
Okay. First of all, you start something and you don't expect Seraph to attack it? Come on.
now? That's like his thing.
Gotta help my new friends.
I said hi to him and he attacked me.
He didn't used to be like
Punched
this.
him right in the face.
I was like,
He's
hey,
gotten more
Seraph,
aggressive.
whack! Like, what do you think he's gonna do?
All right.
Looks like
So I can-
meat's on the menu,
Let's
boys.
set it up.
You got a week to prepare a bad A map, son.
Yeah. Then I'll put it. I'll get it all done, and be like, we're just gonna walk away from this.
Now that you got this map done, I think I'm just gonna go.
So that's what you see. A big old T-Rex is coming, and there's gonna be like, essentially, there's the village edge, and a bunch of tabaxi just like firing arrows at it, throwing spears, and that kind of thing. So
He's just gonna
that's
sit down and start taking notes.
okay.
One day he'll be one of those.
All right, so that's where we will leave off for the night. So until next time, we will be on Friday on Nook Cream's channel for a different D&D session. So feel free to check that out. Otherwise, we
Different
will
section as well.
hope to see you back here next Monday around 7:30 Central.
Ew.
Bye.
See ya.
See you, everybody.